Hey guys, Coach Jill at Fastpitch Power here. I hope you are all doing well. This past weekend I had the amazing privilege of having one of my online students fly in to work with Coach Phil and I in person, all the way from Texas. We had such a great time working with her. She really made huge improvements over just 3 days, and we're so excited to see where she goes in her pitching career. While she was here, we did a lot of movement pitches, and if you follow us on social media, you'll probably have seen that I posted some videos of her working on different spins. We taught her a new changeup, and we had her throwing her curveball and drop curve a lot, and primarily we taught her the spin for a rise ball. Well, after I posted these videos, I got a lot of messages asking if I could take pictures of the different grips that we taught her for the different pitches. And I answered a few of them, but I thought that it would be helpful if I made a quick video showing you guys all of the different grips that we teach here for the spin pitches and the changeup and the fastball at Fastpitch Power. Now I know that there are a lot of different grips out there that people teach, a lot of different ways that people teach the spin pitches. So this is just really what we teach, what we found works for us and our students, and what we have found creates the most spin and bite on the pitch when used correctly. So there are a lot of pitches that actually utilize the same grip, and we're going to go over all of them so that you guys can see what grips we teach. And if you want to use them when you're working with your pitchers, that would be great. So the first ones we're going to go over are starting with the fastball. And the fastball grip is actually the same grip that we use for the drop and the drop curves. Drop curve can have a couple of different grips, but primarily it's the same as the fastball grip. So I'm going to come in close and show you guys how we go ahead and grip that pitch. So if you look at the ball here, you can see there's like a backwards C made by those seams. So what we do for the fastball, the drop, and sometimes the drop curve is we take our thumb and it goes on the bottom seam, and then the other 4 fingers reach across the top and touch the opposite seams. So we kind of create like a backwards C with our hands, okay? And then when we deliver the fastball, of course, we get into forearm fire position, snap and deliver. Drop would be getting into that little bit of forward position, glove a little bit lower, and then spinning the ball over so that the back of your hand faces the catcher, still getting out to the front of the throw zone. And for drop curve, you get that little bit of curve motion with drop motion going across to the other side of the hip. So that's for fastball, drop, and sometimes drop curve. The next grip I'm going to show you is the grip that we teach for a regular curve, sometimes the other drop curves, rise ball, and screwball. And this is the one that I got primary questions about. So for this pitch, if you look right here, the 2 skinniest parts of the seams, that's where we're going to put our ring finger and our middle finger. So those 2 fingers rest right over those seams, and then the thumb goes on this bottom seam on the opposite side of the ball, and the rest of the fingers just kind of rest on the side. This, we feel like, gives the girls a really good grip on these 2 seams and allows for quick spin and movements. So if you're throwing a curve, we're getting under that pitch, spinning the ball, getting across to the top of the pocket on the other leg. Really quick wrist and finger movements, getting across there. You can do the same grip for a drop curve if you feel like the fastball grip isn't getting you as much spin for your drop curve. And again, we get a little bit of curve and drop motion. We're getting to the bottom of the pocket now. For a screwball, we're going down the throw zone, spinning away from us. And for a rise ball, we're staying on the power line, spinning up and getting underneath the ball, so we're creating backward spin. Especially for the rise ball, I feel like when you put your fingers on these 2 seams, you get really quick, good spin. So that was curve, sometimes drop curve, screwball, and rise. So the only other pitch that is there is a changeup. And we actually teach a lot of different changeups. And the one I worked with my lesson this week was called a shovel changeup, which I specifically got a question on, so look for a video on that soon. But I can show you a couple of different ways that we like to throw the changeup. The key for changeup grips is that most of them require the ball to be right up against the palm. So, one of our changeups, I just use a fastball grip, so remember that C grip with the thumb here and the fingers on the other side of the seam, but then I just push it right up against the palm to take away my ability to get that snap and spin because it's up against my palm. Then I can really only push. Another way to do it is if you look at these two seams where it makes this kind of C here, and you put right up against your palm, that's called a horseshoe grip, okay? It's really, it sometimes can feel weird, especially when girls have smaller hands, but it really makes sure that your ball is right up against your palm, and then you release the ball by pushing out, and your hand goes in that position, still getting to the end of the throw zone. The next one is called a circle change, and it's kind of similar to the horseshoe, except instead of just leaving your hands here, you take these two fingers and create kind of a circle with them. Again, it pushes that ball right up against your palm, and you release it the same way as the horseshoe change. The other one is the shovel, which again, I'm going to make an entirely different post on, but I'm just going to show you real quick. For that one, I take that same grip that I would for a rise or a curve or a screw, put my two fingers here, but again, make sure that ball is right up against my palm. And when we release this pitch, our hand is actually in this position. See how it kind of looks like a shovel, okay? And we still get to the end of the throw zone, keeping our wrist in that position as we deliver, not snapping out of it, keeping it in that nice, same position. And then the other one we do is the knuckle change, which we're not always a huge fan of because it's really easy to spot as a batter or an opposing coach, but it is a different way to throw an off speed. So for that one, you take the same grip as your fastball, but you kind of have your knuckles up so that it's just your fingertips grabbing the seams. But again, really easy to spot as an opposing coach. And then you just release it the same way as you would a horseshoe or a circle change. I know another really common pitch is the flip change. Coach Phil and I are not typically huge fans of the flip change just because we feel like it's really hard to get the feel of the appropriate time to turn your hand over, and a lot of girls end up trying to lift the ball and then the pitch just goes way high, and it's very difficult to get that just right timing of where to release the ball. So we have just found that these other changeups that we teach work a lot better. So that's all the grips that we teach for our pitches. If you guys would like me to break down each pitch individually and talk about the grips and how to throw it, just drop us a comment or leave us a message on social media. You can email me at Jill@FastPitchPower to ask about it. And don't forget, I'm offering virtual lessons now and in-person lessons, so you can also email Jill@FastPitchPower to ask about that. And we're coming up with a lot of exciting things in the near future, so stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys soon.